Imagine a typical morning. You put a cup of coffee on the table, but before you take your first sip, you add not sugar, but half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a pinch of turmeric. Just a few seconds. No expensive additives, no complicated recipes, but within a few hours, interesting processes begin to unfold in your body. Many people notice that after a sweet breakfast, by 11 a.m. they feel tired, sleepy, and have an overwhelming craving for something else. This is often due to sharp spikes in blood glucose levels. The faster the sugar rises, the more severe the subsequent drop. Cinnamon has attracted the attention of scientists due to its compounds that can improve cellular sensitivity to insulin. Insulin acts like a key, allowing glucose to enter cells. When cells respond better to this hormone, the body is better able to control sugar levels after a meal. Turmeric works differently. Its main active ingredient is curcumin. It is known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is considered a factor in metabolic disorders and the development of insulin resistance. Therefore, curcumin is considered a natural metabolic health aid. Now imagine drinking this coffee in the morning and having breakfast. While the caffeine helps you wake up, the cinnamon and turmeric begin to interact with your digestion and metabolism. They don't act like a drug and can't instantly lower blood sugar, but they can promote a more gradual absorption of carbohydrates. 2 to 3 hours after breakfast, many people experience an energy crash. But when glucose levels remain more stable, the body receives a more even energy flow. This is why some people report fewer cravings for sweets and snacks until lunch. Another ingredient that healthy eaters often add to coffee is ginger. Its bioactive compounds can support insulin sensitivity and have a beneficial effect on metabolism. Furthermore, ginger adds a slight spiciness and a warming effect to the drink. Interestingly, the combination of coffee, cinnamon, and turmeric has been used in many cultures for hundreds of years. Of course, no one used glucometers to measure glucose levels before, but people have noticed that certain spices help keep you feeling fuller and more energized for longer. However, it's important to understand one thing. Neither cinnamon nor turmeric can reverse the effects of large amounts of sugar, sweet pastries, or overeating. They only work as a small addition to a healthy diet. If you decide to try this drink, simply add the following to your cup: 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper to improve the absorption of curcumin. Stir and let the drink steep for 1 minute. So what might happen to your blood sugar by lunchtime? Some people experience less pronounced blood sugar fluctuations after meals. Hunger sets in later, and energy levels remain more stable. But the results depend on your overall diet, physical activity, and individual characteristics. Therefore, the real secret isn't a magic spice. The secret is that small habits, repeated every day, can gradually change the way the body works. And sometimes it all starts with a simple morning cup of coffee. But the story doesn't end there. Imagine two people. Both start their mornings the same way. A cup of coffee, toast, and a rush to work. The only difference is that one drinks regular coffee, while the other adds cinnamon and turmeric. By 10 a.m., the first person is already eyeing a cookie or a chocolate bar. They feel like their energy is running low. In reality, their brain is simply reacting to the drop in glucose levels after the morning surge. The second person also feels hungry, because spices don't override physiological processes. But this hunger is often more calm and controllable. There's no sense of urgency to eat something sweet right now. Scientists believe that one reason is that certain plant compounds can slow the breakdown of carbohydrates in the digestive tract. When glucose enters the blood gradually, the body is not forced to release large amounts of insulin in a short period of time. There's another interesting mechanism. Cinnamon contains polyphenol substances that help combat oxidative stress. Free radicals are produced in the body every day. While they are necessary in small amounts, their excess can damage cells and disrupt metabolism. Curcumin, found in turmeric, is also known as a powerful antioxidant. It helps neutralize some of these harmful molecules. This is why turmeric has become the subject of thousands of scientific studies worldwide. By lunchtime, even more interesting changes occur. When blood sugar levels remain relatively stable, the brain receives a more consistent energy supply. Many people describe this state as clear-headedness. They concentrate more easily on work, are less distracted by thoughts of food, and experience sudden fatigue less often. Now imagine maintaining this habit not just for a day, but for several months. The number of random snacks gradually decreases. Along with them, overall calorie intake decreases. Over time, this can help manage body weight, as uncontrolled snacking often becomes a hidden source of excess energy. Interestingly, some studies have examined cinnamon for more than just blood sugar. Scientists have studied its effects on cholesterol, triglyceride levels, and inflammatory markers. The results have been mixed, but this area of research remains very active. There's another spice that's rarely mentioned. That's cardamom. Its aroma is familiar to lovers of Oriental coffee. Cardamom contains essential oils and plant antioxidants, although its effect on sugar levels has been much less studied. It pairs beautifully with cinnamon and turmeric, creating a rich flavor without added sugar. The result is a unique formula for a morning drink. Coffee, for energy. Cinnamon, to support insulin sensitivity. Turmeric, for anti-inflammatory support. Black pepper, to improve curcumin absorption. Cardamom, for flavor and additional antioxidants. But there's an important caveat. More isn't always better. Some people start adding spices by the spoonful, hoping for maximum effect. However, excessive consumption can cause stomach discomfort, heartburn, or digestive irritation. Therefore, moderation remains the key. And the next time you make your morning coffee, remember, perhaps the most interesting changes in your body begin not with expensive supplements and trendy diets, but with a few pinches of spices that have been sitting in your kitchen for years, waiting for their moment.